how to get Elgato Stream Deck keys on your desktop. Yes, so just released some software so you can get virtual Stream Decks actually on your screen. Now, we're all used to having them potentially on things like our tablets or our mobile phone, and I'm actually talking about these little devices, and you could have multiple keys on these, but now you can have them actually on your desktop. So to actually get them on your desktop, what we need to do, if we go to the Stream Deck configurator, what we want to do is, the first thing, make sure you're on version 7 and above. If you're not, if I click that there, that'll bring up their website. You'll see the current release is 6.9. 0.70 is in beta. If you go to the home page, you can actually get early access to download this to have a play. We'll close that. Now, I've already got a virtual Stream Deck 1. Let's go and add another one, and I can show you how you do it. What you do is scroll down to add virtual device. That will bring up a new one, in this case virtual 2 or VSDs. Now, if you put one on, or you've had a play and you put a few and you want to get rid of them, there's no obvious way of how to delete them. So if you just go to the cog with the relevant one selected, and then go to, you'll generally pop up in general, go to devices, make sure you're on the right one, and just click forget device, and that's it, that's gone. Now let's go and have a play with the one we've previously set up. So things you can do, you can have the positioning of it either as a fixed position, and when I say fixed, you can move it around. So this is fixed, move around. I can move it around, or you can have a dynamic so it follows your mouse. Pretty useful if you're gaming and you're putting a mouse and you can bring up some shortcuts, as in these keys. So you can have it so you can turn it on and off with a shortcut key. So I'm going to go Shift S. I press Shift S. It ons and offs it. Now, could there be some better way of doing that? What I can do is, if I flip to Stream Deck, which is this one here, pull down this one, VSD toggle, VSD, sorry. So if I drag that there, and if I press the keyboard, the little Stream Deck here, so this key here, so as I press it, it toggles that keyboard on and off. So again, you can do it through a regular keyboard, or you can do it with a Stream Deck to toggle it on and off. Toggles, I'll show you some of the functionalities here, but when the cursor leaves, so if I go to this and then I move away from it, it disappears. So now I'm just pressing that shortcut I made to bring it back, and obviously it's disappeared again. I can on and off it with this one, but you wouldn't have the control panel open, obviously. So the shortcut's best for that. So I'm going to turn that on. After an action is triggered, so here, if I press Affinity Designer, that would open the software I plan to be working on. I'm actually creating Stream Deck icons for a number of software packages. So I'll actually show you how you can make these, but I'll do that in another video. So we close that down a bit. So again, that disappeared. I'm going to just bring it back with there. Now I'll configure that. I probably prefer it to stay where it is, at least at the moment. If I can drag it to a second screen, but you can't see that. So let me do a few things. So here, let me go to Ecamm. That's the software I'm using to actually record this video. So I'm going to run a scene, and I'm going to say behind. I want the behind the scene. Oh, I've also noticed, and you can probably see it, I've left the title on the bottom of this screen. Let's sort out that one. Show height, show and high overlay. So I'm going to move that there, and that's what it's called. Yeah. Press these. Now pressing my virtual keyboard keys. If I press the behind scene, this is what I can see here. Now what I want to do, go back to the desktop. If I was to press this and start, now if I close that down, if I was in the middle of a stream and I needed to bring it up, I could just press that because it's already been set, and then press that and it'll play the teleprompter. I can go back. Normally, obviously, it wouldn't be there. It would be in the middle of the screen and the teleprompter, or it could be off to one side, depending on what pieces of software you're using. If I close that, there's the behind the scenes. There's the other one we dragged in. Now, if I can press that, I can actually move the title. Other things we can do is hide empty keys. So you'll see now it looks more like Tetris. So the ones that haven't got anything, it's not being propagated with any keys, they disappear. Now the other thing I can do is key size, which is quite good because I need glasses sometimes. So you could add, if there's a piece of software you're using, particularly like programs like Ecamm and OBS and Zoom, if things disappear or they're too small, you can create virtual keys for them now and have them big, either on an off screen or to the side, which is not being captured. And that way you're not fumbling around, which I've done many a times, trying to use a small UX interface, which is way too small, and you're trying to struggle with your mouse. So having these size keys are brilliant. I just press that and we're done. It's the opacity, so you can make the keys a bit transparent. Colors, you can change the background colors so they're your brand. Nah, I don't like that. The other one is, I did see rows. You have, I don't know if I covered that earlier, you can have 8 by 8. Obviously you can't see that, so as soon as I hide or unhide, you can see all those keys there. So that's the virtual keyboard. Only caveat, you do need to have one of the Stream Deck devices, and then if you've got one of them, it doesn't have to be the big, but the little one, you can even have the little one. So you don't need the big one. Just any of the Stream Deck product, and then you'll have access to this piece of software.